Hello, my name is Gareth Latty, and in this video I'm going to talk about list comprehensions in Python. So what is a list comprehension? In short, it's a way to build up a new list from the modified elements of an old list, but it's easier to explain with an example. Here I have a list called something, and I want to add world to the end of each of the strings in this list. So how might we implement this? Well, first we'd begin with an empty list, and then we would loop through our existing list and append the altered versions. And as you can see, this has added world to the end of each of the strings. Some people, probably those used to functional programming languages, might jump in here with the map built-in and lambdas, but Python provides a more elegant way, the list comprehension. The list comprehension allows you to do this with a clear Pythonic syntax, and here it is. And as easily as that, we have the same list that we had before. This is a much nicer way of doing it, because it's very readable, it's faster than our original loop, as the loop's implemented at a lower level, and map too, as lambdas are quite slow. And it's also very nice to look at. It's concise, it reads like English, it's formed using square brackets, in the same way that list literals are, which intuitively signifies the creation of a list. We can also do a little more. Say, for example, that I want to filter my list and exclude any goodbye elements by doing something like this. You can see the goodbye element disappears. So a list comprehension is formed using the statement defining the form of the items in the list, the iterable that you're looping over, and then potentially an if statement. This gives it a lot of power and allows you to create quite complicated lists very easily. And not only that, but also do it in a way that anyone can take a glance at it and understand what you mean to do. It makes code clearer and faster, and is therefore definitely worth using. Python also provides other types of comprehension, not just for lists, but also sets, dictionaries, and generators. To create these, you simply modify the syntax slightly. If I use curly brackets here instead of square brackets, you'll get a set instead of a list. And as you can see, these are no longer ordered, and there are no duplicate elements. You can also do dictionary comprehensions by putting a colon between your key and value. And as you can see, here I've produced a dictionary from the original values to world. We can also create generators by using normal brackets. So this will produce a generator object, which if we consume using list, you can see has the same values. This means that, unlike with any other comprehension, you can use an infinite iterator as a source for your generator expression, one for example, generating a list comprehension would take too long if you front-loaded the computation at the beginning, because generators are lazy, so the values are only computed when they need to be used. Generator expressions also have a nice feature where you can put the generator expression without its surrounding brackets if it's the only argument to a function, making them more readable. For example, I'll count the number of strings in our list whether there are more than one word. Sorry. There we go. you can see we get 2, where we have 2 values with more than one word in the string. It's amazing what you can do with a single line of code, all while remaining supremely readable. I hope this demonstrates the power of the list comprehension and its various cousins, and shows why you should use them in your Python code. In my experience, they're a very underused tool, and they give you the opportunity to give both clarity and speed in your program, and they're a very Pythonic tool that will make your life a bit easier. Thanks for watching.